Let's do an evaluation on a laptop together and follow along if you want to test your laptop's health. Okay, so here we have an HP laptop, notorious for slow hard drives. We're doing nothing at all. Like, literally, there's nothing going on. And the hard drive is at 86% use. If you don't know how to get here, this is the Task Manager. You open your Task Manager easiest by right-clicking on your taskbar and hitting Task Manager. Once you're here, you can actually see everything that's using your computer right now. We'll get to that later. The Performance tab is a good place to see the usage of everything. So like I said, the hard drive is getting used a lot by doing nothing. Also, keyword, hard drive. Let's talk about system checking tools. We're going to start with hardware. We're starting with a program called Crystal Disk Info, and we already have a caution state. This pretty much means that this HDST drive should be replaced. You can figure out why by reading this list, but honestly, it's probably not going to make much sense to you. So we have reallocated sectors as well as current pending sector. The way a hard drive works is it's set up into sectors, and then some sectors can go bad, but it knows that this is possible, so it'll have extra sectors somewhere just in case. And in this case, it's out of extra sectors. Thankfully, it was a 7200 RPM hard drive, so that means that while it was healthy, it probably wasn't that slow. The stupidly sad part about this drive is only 2,000 hours old. I've seen older drives get like 80,000. Okay, so even though we already have a red flag, we're gonna move on. Battery Info View is a great program for checking your battery health. I don't really trust that this is 100%, like this battery's perfect, but meh. The one way to really know is to let this charge for a long time and see if this is where it actually stops, because that means that this 52,000 whatever, see, it just went up, but that the highest number that it charges to will be your max. But I'm gonna trust this, I think. Next, we have core temp. 80 degrees Celsius is actually pretty hot. When we put an SSD in this thing, we'll definitely be cleaning it out too. If you really want to make sure that it's cooling properly, Prime 95 is a great torture test utility to max out the CPU's usage and get a good estimate on what the max this thing is going to get to heat-wise. Next, we'll go back to Task Manager and check to see how fast the CPU is running. You see how it's all variable like this? Right-click on your battery and go to Power Options. If you want faster speeds consistently, you can create a power plan of high performance. Hit Next, and then create that, and now your CPU will always be working as fast as it can. However, this might make your battery, probably will make your battery not last as long. I'll usually turn this off once I'm done using it and then just like instruct the customer on how to use it. This hardly ever is a problem, but memtest, M-E-M test, will be Windows Memory Diagnostic, and you can run that on your restart to see if you have any memory problems. Back in Task Manager, the Startup tab. This is where you'll see everything that turns on when the computer turns on. Go ahead and disable anything in here that you don't need. And when I say need, I mean like you need like the second it turns on, or you want it to be already open the second the computer turns on. Like you literally don't need anything like that unless you have like Teams or like Windows, you know, Microsoft Teams, or like something like for convenience to open off the bat, or if you have like a sound utility or something. So now is when you do kind of like your physical check. You make sure all of your ports and everything are still working. And next you're going to do your software checks. You're going to check the browser for anything. You're going to check for updates. Patch My PC is a great updater. It checks for updates for like all programs. Right now all he has is Dropbox to update. This guy only uses Edge, and I checked it. It looks clean. You want to look out for any apps or extensions that are malicious or things that you just don't want. We're moving on to some malware and virus checks with Hitman Pro. Hitman Pro is a cloud-based malware scanner that scans your computer, and then if it finds anything malicious, sends it up to their cloud, checks it out, and tells you if it's bad, and then cleans it. While that's doing that, I'm going to start Windows Update and see if there are any Windows updates to apply. Looks like he does have a feature update to 22H2. Feature updates are big updates. Next, we're going to find HP Support Assistant. This program will be different for each brand. Dell's is just Support Assist. Lenovo's is Lenovo Vantage. Asus is Asus Live Update. I think Razer's is just Razer Update. I think Acer is just Acer Update. I don't know. People ask me, is there a software to install your drivers? This is it. Get the one from your manufacturer. Check for update. And we can see back here, the only thing that is slowing us down is the hard drive right now. Because honestly, I'm at a point where like I'm waiting on the computer. We're gonna head over to the My Computer area. This PC, whatever. Right click your C drive. My phone died, so right click on your C drive and go to property. This will tell me how much used space you have. How long have you had your laptop? And 500 gigabytes is not a huge price difference, we'll see. Hitman Pro found nothing. Since his hard drive is failing, we're gonna upgrade him to a P3 Plus from Crucial. We'll be cloning the entire system, so we're gonna need a backup utility for that. On this, I have Ease US to do backup. I have a pretty well and jerry-rigged USB to SATA adapter. They do make regular ones, but I'm crazy. We're gonna boot up this HP and spam F9 for the boot menu. We're gonna find our SanDisk because that is where the Ease US to do backup utility is. We are going to choose the clone utility because we're gonna clone his whole drive. We're gonna go disk 0. That's the original drive, and the M2 is not here. Fine, I won't be crazy. Okay, now the solid state is showing up. It's not initialized. That's fine. It will initialize us. Okay, and proceed. Now we're gonna walk away. So this clone failed so many times. That hard drive was in very bad condition. So we are just going to install the solid state now. And this is probably why it was at 80 degrees Celsius.
Impact on your home's and harmful pests. Then they aerate to ensure water and nutrients.
At this point, I'm just putting it back. So I might have already returned this laptop. It's all done. I forgot to upload this video. We installed Windows 11. We transferred in all of his previous data, and he was happy.